Hi, I'm Chloe. This is my story. Ugh, strap in. And remember to like and subscribe to MSA. I was born to the wealthiest family in town. No, I'm not talking normal rich. We were stupid rich. Dad's a billionaire oil tycoon and Mom's a socialite, so I rarely saw them, but they always spoiled me rotten. As for me, I was enjoying my best life. I was popular in school, everyone adored me, and people would yell how gorgeous I was as I walked by. When I was 13, my dad brought me to Little Miss California since he was a judge. People were shocked when they saw me. This is the look we want. She should be crowned. Dad beamed with pride, but when the other contestants heard this, they weren't happy. Especially this one girl, Molly, who threw a massive tantrum. That's so unfair. We've been practicing for weeks and she just walks in and wins? All the other contestants agreed, but the judges didn't care. The next day, a video of her tantrum was all over Facebook. It's bad enough she felt I'd stolen her crown, but now she had an army of bullies after her. I felt horrible. Desperate to fix it, I begged Dad to redo the contest and sponsor a scholarship for the top 3 winners. The girls were ecstatic, and Dad loved the positive press. Molly won, and I was so happy for her. She visited me and brought me a huge bouquet of flowers. I just want to say like that, you are just as pretty. I worked my butt off to win that competition. Sometimes being rich has its perks. Besides, don't talk like that. You are just as pretty. Stick with me, kid. You're insane, but I like you. I like you too. Let's be besties. Deal? Deal. From that day, we became inseparable and did everything together. Although Molly and I were total opposites, we got along super well. She was the serious nerd to my carefree self. Some might say I was spoiled, which is true, but it never bothered Molly one bit. I wasn't the best student, so she'd always let me copy her homework, and I loved buying her new clothes and books. In the 8th grade, I made Dad enroll Molly with me in a private school. She didn't want to go at first, but there was no way I'd face high school without her, so I didn't give her a choice. One morning in the cafeteria, I was busy copying Molly's homework like always, when suddenly she began freaking out. OMG, he's the boy I told you about. Here comes Jesse. I've been crushing on him for weeks. Okay. Wow. I wonder what he wants. Jesse came over and sat down next to Molly.
So, I wanted to ask you out on a date. How's Friday?
Oh, wow, Jesse. Yes, Friday is perfect.
Holly? I was talking to Chloe. So, what do you say?
That jerk. If you can bring me my favorite flower, I'll consider it. It's called the violet monkshood. Chloe, that flower only grows… Shh! Jesse is up for a challenge, right?
Yeah, of course. I'll get on it right now.
Jesse ran off happily, and I felt good about teaching him a lesson. The only way he'd ever get that flower was with a quick trip to the Himalayan mountains. What a moron! But Molly looked upset at me. What the crab? He called you Holly. He deserves it. Mess with them before they mess with you. I don't need you to fight my battles. Give me my books back. You don't deserve the answers after that stunt. Molly grabbed her books and stormed off angrily, leaving me stunned. I was just trying to help. Whatever. That was hilarious. After school, I packed my bags for my first sleepover at Molly's house. I visited there often, but she never invited me to stay the night. But with my birthday around the corner, I only had one wish, to have a sleepover at her house. She had no choice but to say yes. Molly's mom was the sweetest woman alive and went out of her way to cook amazing food. As soon as I opened the door, she had me in a bear hug.
Coco, come in. Oh, you're all skin and bone. Let Auntie make you something yummy.
Bring it on, Mrs. G. I'm starving. While I waited at the dinner table, something great happened. Molly's older brother Lucas walked in, and oh my gosh, when we made eye contact, I thought I was gonna faint.
What's it been? Like 2 years? Coco?
Where have you been hiding, handsome? Chloe, ew! Lucas has been away at boarding school. He's at the top of his class in physics. That's interesting.
And you? What have you been up to? You look great.
The way he looked at me made me blush. Well, you know Chloe, breaking hearts and taking the fashion world by storm, one maxed out credit card at a time. Rude. I haven't done that in weeks. Don't worry, I still love you, even if you are a spoiled daddy's girl.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Chloe. She's a force not to be messed with.
His cheeky smile sent my heart racing. The rest of the night went fine. Molly and I laughed, played games, and did dating quizzes online. But I could tell something was going on with Molly. She seemed different. Molly passed out in a bag of marshmallows, but I was still feeling hungry. So I decided to sneak downstairs for more of Mrs. G's amazing leftovers. As I stuffed my face, I heard someone giggle behind me. You scared me.
Hungry, are we?
Ahem, you know me. It's even better cold.
I was hoping to run into you this weekend.
Oh?
Yeah, you sure have gotten beautiful. I've kind of had a crush on you for a long time. You're so funny and carefree. I've always liked that about you.
Why are you only telling me this now?
Because of Molly. She said you're strictly off limits, but I can't hide it anymore.
Was he going to kiss me? My stomach did a funny flip and I dropped the food bowl onto the floor. Just then, the light flicked on and Molly glared at us angrily. What the crap is going on here?
I was helping Chloe here clean up this mess. Chill out.
Get lost, Lucas. And you, go upstairs, now. I quickly cleaned up as I watched Lucas leave. Before he disappeared, he turned and winked at me. Back upstairs, Molly slammed her door. You can have any guy you want, Chloe, but not my brother. Calm down. That was nothing. He's a good guy with a bright future. I won't let you treat him like all the other boys at school. I'd never seen her this mad before. Excuse me, what's been your deal lately? Mess with them before they mess with you, right? Did you know Jesse dropped out of school this week to get you that stupid flower? Oh, please. Jimmy knows that was a joke. His name is Jesse, and no, he doesn't. He did go. It was a joke. What a moron. Molly's face said she didn't find it half as funny as I did. Just go home, Chloe. While you're at it, stay away from my brother. I won't let you hurt him. Come on, don't be like that. Molly turned her back to me. I had no idea she felt this strongly. Maybe I did take it too far with Jesse. Later that night, I texted Jesse and apologized. I told him to forget about the flower and come home, but he never responded. Molly was still mad the next day at school, but I refused to accept it. Please, let's just make up. I'll take you to your favorite place in the whole world. Ugh, fine. But make me one promise, okay? Anything. Promise me you'll stay away from Lucas. I wanted to promise instantly, but I paused. Something about Lucas I just couldn't shake. Earth to Chloe, promise me. Swear on our friendship. Okay. I promise. A few days passed since seeing Lucas, but I couldn't stop thinking about him. I'd never felt this way before. But a promise is a promise. Later that night, I got a text from an unknown number. Wanna go for a walk? Meet me at the gate. Lucas. Lucas was here? I jumped out of bed, dressed quickly, and rushed to the gate. When I got there, Lucas stood behind some bushes, waiting. He looked so handsome. What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you. Walk with me, please.
I opened the gate, and we walked the grounds of our estate and talked for hours. For the first time, I saw him as just Lucas, not Molly's older brother. I had no idea he was so smart and kind and sweet, and the longer we spoke, the more I began to like him. But I couldn't help but feel guilty for betraying Molly.
What's wrong?
I'm a bad friend.
It's not like we're breaking any rules, right?